Hey Cyclones, this is Amy, your Electronic Resources Librarian. Welcome to Workshop 3 in Taylor Memorial Library's Spring 2021 mini workshop series on maximizing your EBSCO research. We hope to help you develop habits that will make you a more efficient researcher with a good system for keeping track of the sources that you find. TML has over 30 databases on EbscoHost, including our main discovery search, Cyclone Search. So most, if not all of you, will use EBSCO at some point while you're here. Some of these databases may look different, but all enable you to save and organize the sources you find. So today's topic is using Digital Ebsco Folders. We're building on the first video in the series when Marianne introduced the My EbscoHost account and explained how to create one and what you can use it for. It's okay if you haven't already viewed that. Feel free to check our YouTube channel and come back, or stick with me and ask any questions later. To recap, why would you want to have an EBSCO account? Without one, you're essentially starting from square one each time you enter an EBSCO database. With an EBSCO account, you can save the sources you find and you can organize them by course or assignment or subtopic. If you're working together with a partner or a group, you can share a particular article or folder of articles with your collaborators. An EBSCO account also enables you to download and read ebooks from the EBSCO ebook collection. So let's get started. First, we need to get to an EBSCO database. Under the search menu on the library website, click Databases. Here you can see our A to Z databases list filtered to show only the EBSCO databases. I'm going to select Academic Search Complete, which is a multidisciplinary full-text database with a lot of scholarly journals included. Let's focus in on the blue ribbon at the top. Notice the links Sign In and next to it the folder with an empty folder icon. Once I log in, this changes. Sign In becomes Sign Out, and the folder icon now has documents in it. We also have this blue bar up here with my name on it. Let's look at my EBSCO account and click on Folder to do that. You can see the general folder section of my EBScoHost account. There are folders for each type of content that you could find: articles, ebooks, videos, companies, and you'll see the other functions that you can utilize: persistent links to searches, saved searches, search and journal alerts. You also see several articles on virtual learning that are in my general folder. They aren't yet categorized. Scrolling down, we come to the custom section of my EBSCO account. EBSCO enables you to create custom folders to organize the sources you find. So you see my folders here from past projects here. How you set up your custom folders depends entirely upon what will work best for you. Create a folder for each class each semester, or one for each research assignment, etc., whatever. Before I start any searches, I want to get myself a little bit more organized. So let's create a custom folder to put these virtual learning articles in. I'm going to click New. This opens the new folder screen with fields to fill in. I'm going to give my folder a name, Virtual Learning. Below that, you can select whether you want this folder to be a subfolder within an existing custom folder, or whether you want it to be a top-level standalone folder. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to make it a top-level folder. Add a description here. Anything that might help you, whether it's the class or the professor, or a little bit about the assignment you need to do. Click Save. And then now I'm going to put those 4 articles into that folder by selecting All, clicking Move To, and clicking Virtual Learning. Here's what my folder looks like now. It's a little bit cleaner looking. I've also condensed the general folder section so that we can better see my custom folders. So since for this demonstration, we're going to get started working through several new assignments, and we're going to create a folder structure for that. So in my hypothetical homework scenario, I've got research assignments to do for biology, history, and sociology. So I'm going to add a folder for each. So now that I've done some organizing, I've added those 3 new folders, and I've restructured my old folders so that I'm no longer the folders that I'm no longer actively working with under a separate folder, so that I don't have as much to look at. Time to start searching. So for biology, I'm researching the COVID-19 vaccines. I'm going to put that in as a subject search, and limit to scholarly journal articles. I want to focus in on that first result, and I'm going to put it in my folder so I can read it later. Click this light blue folder icon with the plus sign that appears to the right of the result. This opens a box where you have the option of putting it in your general folder or selecting one of your custom folders. I'm selecting Biology COVID-19. So once I do that, this is what it looks like. The folder now shows up as yellow, serving as a visual indicator that I've added it to my folder. So make sure you're logged in to your Ebsco account when you do this. If you're not, then the saving of those articles will just be a temporary browser-based thing, and you won't have them later if you're not logged in. So I'm just repeating that process here, adding a couple more articles to my folder. Once I click on the folder link up on the blue ribbon, then I can get back to my view my Ebsco account, looking at the biology folder. So it shows those 3 results that I just saved, which is a good start, but I want to see newly added articles that develop during the semester. So this is where you might want to set up a search alert. On the search screen, click on Create Alert, located under the search button. This opens a box where you can make selections about how frequently you want to get notifications and how recently published you want those articles to be. Add your email address and click on Save Alert. You'll get periodic emails notifying you of the newest articles that fit your search parameters. So now my account shows that I have a search alert set up, and this is where you would come back if you need to change something about the alert, or once you no longer need it, you can delete it. So switching gears and moving on to our history research, we're back on the A to Z page, and I'm going to select ebook collection. So remember, you can access your Ebsco account from any Ebsco database. In the ebooks database, I've logged into Ebsco, my account, and I've entered a search on Brazil's government and military rule. Remember that being logged into Ebsco, into your account, enables you to download or borrow ebooks. Looking back at my results, I've added each to my history folder by clicking the folder icon to the right of each result. So clicking back into my folder up at the top, I'm looking at my account again in the history folder. So let's say that I need to get my professor's approval of the sources that I'm using. I can use the email tool to send my sources. This takes you to the email manager screen, which shows those 3 sources to be sent and gives you a place to compose your message. Moving on to our sociology research, we're back on the A to Z page, and now I'm going to switch over to Points of View Reference Center. In Points of View, I've logged in and I've entered a search for gender equity in professional sports. I'm going to go ahead and use that folder icon to add these results to my sociology folder. So you click that blue button and then you select the folder, and then you go back up to the top of the screen and find the folders link. So looking at my EbscoHost account and the sociology folder, now showing those articles I just added, I want to share them with my group. I can do this by sending the email as we did before, or by using the share folder function within Ebsco. Under the sociology folder listing on the left column, click on Share. On the share screen, type in the email addresses for each of your group members and write your message. Your teammates will get an email and they can access your folder by logging into their own Ebsco accounts. So I hope you can see a lot of different ways that having that personal Ebsco account comes in handy and saves you time. No more digging through stacks of paper trying to find that article that you used. It's in your account. On to some practical questions about managing your account. What can you do if you forget your login? First, remember that this login is not based on your Centenary username and password. You chose the username and password. You can reset your password by going to the URL here, auth.ebsco.zone/user/reset password. It asks you to enter your username. If you've tried a few possibilities and it isn't getting you anywhere, reach out to me at amy.hayes@centenary.university.edu. I can check if we have a user account under your name. Help! My account is getting unwieldy. I have too much stuff saved in here. Just as with other forms of digital collecting, whether it be emails or bookmarks or your cloud drive, sometimes we accumulate materials that we don't actually need. And without regular management, that digital and mental clutter can start weighing you down. As you add sources to your folder, be sure you are organizing them into custom folders as you go. Just like you added sources to your EBSCO folder, you can also delete sources or delete folders after you're sure you'll no longer need the contents. Maybe get in the habit of cleaning it out before each new semester. If you've finished the course and its assignments, and it isn't your major, and you don't foresee needing that material again, you can certainly decide to delete that content. If the folders and sources are topically relevant to your major or your future professional life, you may want to keep them in the account for later. Thanks for joining me today. I hope you give EBSCO Folders a try. Feel free to reach out with any questions or comments by filling out our Ask a Librarian form or by emailing library@centenaryuniversity.edu. Look for more research and organization tips in our other mini workshop videos. Check out our YouTube channel and take control of your research.